Hey guys, hope you are doing well. Yes, the crypto market is correcting today. In the afternoon, the market was in green, but everything just started to going down. Also, the stock market is suffering. So my name is Mike Denkler from CorionX, and I'm bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems every day to keep you updated and educated. I should state that nothing in this video can be considered as a financial or investment advice, everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. So always do your own research and make your decision based on your research, and always take responsibility for your decision. So guys, smash those like, push the bell notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It's important for the YouTube algorithm. So thank you, appreciate, and let's go share my screen and let's see what's happening out there. Let's go and check our favorite bubble chart. Yes, you see that we are almost all the altcoins are in red. Bitcoin is down 6.2%, went below 40,000. That was a crucial resistance support zone. Now it flipped to support back. Ethereum down 7% and traded around 2,600. So guys, it's nothing too good to talk about. CVX was in a nice run in the past few days, but also it is in red today, and also in a week ANC is doing well, as it did really well in the past few days. Let's go and check our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and greed index. And not a surprise that it is at 33 in the fear zone. So after a short period of the neutral zone, the index came back to the fear zone, and we'll see if the extreme fear will come back or not. And if you are looking back, that you remember last year from May until end of July, the index went as low as 10 several times, and then as the asset prices, crypto prices started to recover, the greed came back. And when fear is out there, investors are too worried. That always a good buying opportunity. So, but you should be cautious because we don't know what will happen next. Let's go, and our first news is Bitcoin returns to test 40,000 as macro factors pile up to squash BTC bulls. Okay, but Bitcoin just went below 30,000 after this breakdown. Europe stocks sink on Friday open. So Germany, the DAX index hit a one-year low on the daily open, with the S&P 500 yet to commence trading. So investors are turning their backs on Europe as the risk of stagflation increases. This means that Europe's comeback has failed yet again. Inflation data no longer matters much for central bank policy prognostications. Evidently, Italian inflation surged to a record for a third straight month to 6.2% in February. Bullish about 42,000, bearish below 40,000. Guys, now we are below 40,000, as you see here on the chart. The ladder for short-term altcoin performance. And yes, so altcoins are suffering. Now, let's go and check our next news. Okay, this is not that cool. Hodl don't rate, says the AI Bitcoin trading. Okay, so this is not that cool. Next piece of news is Bill Miller says collapse of the Russian ruble is very bullish for Bitcoin. Legacy investors, fund manager, and philanthropist Bill Miller believes that the financial sanctions imposed on Russia could cause Bitcoin's price to soar. He pointed out that gold is the only reserve asset the largest country by landmass controls on its own, meaning that BTC might gain traction in the days to come. BTC's surge following the crash of the ruble. Ruble plummeted 25%, while Russian citizens started looking for alternative financial instruments to preserve their savings. Bitcoin trading volumes in the region spiked to record levels. Okay, according to Bill Miller, he outlined that Russia keeps 16% of its reserves in dollars and 32% in euros. Those assets are managed by people who want to them harm. He further stated that the only part of their reserves which other nations cannot control is gold, 22%. According to Miller, these metrics are a very bullish sign for Bitcoin because then they will piling up Bitcoin. If I like something at higher price, it is a safe bet. I will take it even more at lower price. So he likes to take assets at a lower price. Interesting comparison between Bitcoin and gold. Digital asset resembles by luxurious sports car Ferrari, while the precious metal is old-fashioned like a horse and budgie. Yeah, so Bitcoin is the red Ferrari and the red pill. DYOR Group CEO, the Russia-Ukraine war can push Bitcoin to 50,000 soon. Okay, so Nigel Green claimed it suggested that Bitcoin reaching 50,000 US dollar by the end of March is not out of the question. BTC to gain traction because of the war. As banks close, ATMs run out of money, threats of personal savings being taken to pay for the war, and the major international payment system SWIFT is weaponized amongst other factors. The case for a viable, decentralized, borderless, tamper-proof, unconfiscatable, I cannot pronounce this word, unconfiscatable monetary system has been laid bare. So this is, yes, this is quite important. Crypto's rule during the war. And also this is the Russia defense donations. Contributions surpassed 35 million US dollar, while some of the renewed people that took part include Polkadot's founder Gavin Wood. He sent 5 million worth of DOT to Ukraine. Okay, cool. So guys, crypto takes important role in a war. Also, the country who is defending and the country who is invading. Is a full-blown crypto rally imminent? Macro guru Raoul Paul says conditions mimicking previous bull run. Raoul Paul, one of the biggest macro analysts in the space, and he turned in crypto few years ago. This moment in crypto feels a lot like March 2020. Back then, we threw the worst possible news at it. Pandemic and global shutdown, and it fell very sharply but failed to make a new low. Back then, Bitcoin turned up 10 days before the Nasdaq 100 index. Cut today, 8% inflation, oil at 105, 7 hikes priced in, plus QT with Goldman Sachs calling for 11 hikes and a war. Crypto failed to make new lows. Crypto failed to make new lows. Bonds are suggesting the same growth is going to evaporate. It's a bit early to tell, but pay attention, it might also be the end of the tech sell-off soon. And if the tech sell-off will come to end, I think the Bitcoin will be the first who will bounce from the recent lows. The city of Lugano will accept Bitcoin, Tether, and LVGA tokens as de facto legal tender. So guys, now Bitcoin and Tether and their own currency is a legal tender in Lugano. Lugano is a city in Switzerland. Speaking at the city's Plan B event on Thursday, Tether Chief Technical Officer Paolo Ardonio said the firm had to set up 3 million Swiss franc fund in collaboration with Lugano officials to encourage adoption of Bitcoin, Tether, and the LVGA token for shops and businesses across the city. Ardonio said the project was aimed at attracting talent from the space to Lugano and making the city a major blockchain hub in Europe, but also Zug is doing the same. CorionX is based in Zug, another crypto-friendly city in Switzerland. We want to show that these tools, these instruments, these currencies that were created can actually be put to work in a local controlled, vibrant environment like the city of Lugano. So maybe we should move to Lugano, but Lugano, we'll see. But Zug is also a good place for us. Cool. Let's go and check our next news. Centralized exchanges refuse blanket asset freeze of all Russian users. The questions linger. Okay, we believe everyone deserves access to basic financial services unless the law says otherwise. Some ordinary Russians are using crypto as a lifeline now that their currency has collapsed. Many of them likely oppose what their country is doing, and the ban would hurt them too. Kraken cannot freeze the accounts of our Russian clients without a legal requirement to do so. Russians should be aware that such a requirement could be imminent. Okay, so guys, not your keys, not your coins. So take out if you're living in Russia or in some countries that maybe the political situation can lead that you will be sanctions or your country will freeze your accounts. That the best to do, put your crypto to your Ledger Nano X. You find the link to order a one Ledger Nano in the description. Guys, let's go and check our Twitter feed. Definitely follow me at MIKLOS Dentler on Twitter and also follow at Corion Platform, and you will find some nice tweets. Also, the interview with Bill Miller here, the raw poll, what he told about markets, and another use case in selling mansions. Justin Bieber just sold his Texas mansion for 5 million US dollar in Bitcoin. Number of giants who entering a metaverse are increasing. Facebook, Unity Software, Qualcomm, Decentraland, Epic Games, JP Morgan, Snapchat, Microsoft, Samsung, Amazon, Shopify, Adidas, Google, Roblox, Nvidia, Nike, and so on and so on. Another state in crypto. Texas should be ground zero for the Bitcoin. Another city, another states that want to be a ground zero for Bitcoin. Lugano goes in full crypto, making Bitcoin and USDT legal tender. Turkey inflation surged to 54%, the highest in 20 years. Ever had heard about Bitcoin, Mr. President? Bitcoin's hodl model always outperforms. So guys, definitely check this out. Not just we are here, and this is the hodl model, inflection point, and these are the Bitcoin supply going. Bitcoin holders will like this as the price of the US dollar is going to zero and the price of Bitcoin starting to skyrocketing, guys. Yes, let's go and check our farms. If you are holding ASC20 version of CorionX, go to farm.corion.io, look up liquidity on Uniswap and CorionX Ethereum pair, and stake your LPs and earn 330% juicy APRs. If you are holding BEP20 version of CorionX, go to PancakeSwap, provide liquidity, and earn up to 340 to 420% juicy APRs. Guys, let's go and check the charts. Let's find out what Bitcoin is doing. Just a sippy sip. Okay, this is not Bitcoin. This is strong, but not so strong. Yes, so what Bitcoin is doing. Yes, so guys, Bitcoin, let's check the daily chart. Bitcoin came down and was rejected at 45,000 US dollar and came back to our next support zone, also broke this support to the downside, and now heading to 38,000 US dollar levels. This is our next resistance. If that will fail, that Bitcoin can easily go back to 34,000, but I think there will be huge liquidity buying up coins there. What's happening on the 1 hourly chart? You see that was a nice short trades after each continuation pattern, and this support zone just failed to hold. And as we are heading into the weekend, Bitcoin short, nothing happened, going down. Bitcoin dominance is also going down, so not too much happened here, but Bitcoin lost some momentum, so definitely should reclaim 40,000 first, and then we can expect just going and testing the previous support zone. What about Ethereum? Ethereum went as low as 2,600 and also almost the same pattern. and not stopped here. We do have this horizontal support zone, and now Ethereum just stopped here, but it's not a guarantee that it will not drop further to 2300. So guys, the market is volatile. Volatility came back. You see all altcoins just dropping, so be careful during the weekend. Whales can manipulate the market, so don't trade during the weekend and don't use leverage. But for a long term, I think these levels are really nice accumulation zones. So guys, that's it for today. Please smash those likes, push the bell, notification on, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and see you tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.